Hello, and welcome to the first part of this session. My name is Lisa McRobbie, and I work for Voluntary Action Surrey East. I've worked in safeguarding both in education and within the voluntary sector. This session is designed to be clear, straightforward, and relevant to groups of any size. In this short session, we're going to go through the basics of safeguarding, what it is, why it matters for all organisations, and how you, as a small community group or charity, can take simple, practical steps to keep people safe. So, what do we actually mean by safeguarding? Quite simply, safeguarding means protecting people from harm, from abuse, from neglect, from exploitation, and from unsafe situations. It's about creating an environment where people feel safe, respected, and able to ask for help if something feels wrong. Safeguarding applies to everyone, but especially to people who may be at greater risk, like children, older adults, people with disabilities, or adults facing mental health challenges, homelessness, or isolation. And it's a vital part of good governance. A common misconception that we hear is we don't work with vulnerable people, we don't need to think about safeguarding. But this is not true. All organisations need to consider safeguarding. Safeguarding is relevant to sports clubs, community groups, food banks, arts and heritage groups, even organisations that only interact with the public occasionally. Why? Because any organisation working with people has a responsibility to make sure that harm isn't happening and to know what to do if someone raises a concern. Additionally, charity trustees and other leaders have particular legal responsibilities around safeguarding. All organisations have what's called a duty of care. This means that if people are taking part in your activities, you must take reasonable steps to keep them safe. Safeguarding helps to protect people, to build trust in your organisation. It strengthens governance, and it helps keep your organisation safe. The legal framework for safeguarding is set down in a variety of acts of Parliament, including the Children Act 1989, the Care Act 2014, and guidance from the Charity Commission. But safeguarding isn't about ticking legal boxes. Morally, safeguarding is about trust. When somebody walks through your door or brings their child to an activity or opens up about a difficulty, they're trusting you. Good safeguarding protects them, but also protects your volunteers, staff, and reputation. It's about values and doing the right thing to keep people safe and to treat them with dignity and respect. And it's a fundamental part of operating as a charity for the public benefit. Disclosure and Barring Service, or DBS checks, are an important, vital part of safeguarding, but they are not the whole picture. A DBS check shows whether, at the time of the check, a person has a criminal record that makes them unsuitable to work with children or vulnerable adults. But a DBS check cannot predict future behaviour. It cannot show unreported or undetected abuse, and it cannot replace training, policies, or supervision. So don't think DBS is done, job is finished. Safeguarding means thinking about people, policies, and culture. So what does good safeguarding look like? In a small organisation, it doesn't need to be complicated, but it includes certain minimal steps. For example, having a safeguarding policy, a simple written document that says how you protect people and how people report concerns. And this policy should be reviewed at least once per year. It means having a designated safeguarding lead, or DSL, who is somebody that people can go to with worries and concerns. It means having a clear reporting procedure, who to tell, how and when. It means providing basic training or awareness for all volunteers and staff. And it means promoting a culture of listening where people feel safe to speak up. In the next video, we will look in more detail about how to create a safeguarding policy. But if you're ever worried about someone's safety or well-being, or even if something doesn't feel right, report it. In general, you should stay calm and listen. Write down what was said using their words, not your interpretation. And you should do this as soon as possible. You should also report it to your DSL as soon as possible, preferably within 24 hours. Your role is not to investigate, it's to pass the concern on. If someone is in immediate risk or danger, then you should call 999. In Surrey, you can also contact the Children's Single Point of Access or Adult Social Care Helpline, depending on which is appropriate. So, finally, safeguarding is not about paperwork or ticking boxes. It's about people. By having a simple policy, a named safeguarding lead, and a culture where concerns are taken seriously, you're already doing a great deal to keep your community safe. Thank you for being here, and thank you for the work you do. In the next video, we'll look at how to create and review your safeguarding policy step by step. Thank you for watching.